Introduction to dosage forms. This is second part of the video. In the first part, we have covered definition of drug and dosage form, importance of dosage form as well as classification of the dosage forms. From this video, the learner will be able to state the advantages and disadvantages of different dosage forms, list the examples of different dosage forms, and illustrate the novel drug delivery system. First topic is about the solid dosage forms, advantages and disadvantages of solid dosage forms. Advantages are, the first is unit dosage form. Most of the solid dosage forms are available in unit dosage form consisting of doses which are taken by numbers like half tablet, 1 tablet, etc. Stable dosage form. They are in dry form so can be stored for a longer period. Solid dosage forms are light in weight. They are having low cost, means they are cheap. They are easy to administer. They are easy to identify. They are easy to carry and handle. And coated tablet or capsule can mask the unwanted taste of drug and make it attractive. Disadvantages of solid dosage forms. There are two disadvantages: swallowing difficulty and slow onset of action. Swallowing difficulty. Adults and children have difficulty in swallowing of the solid dosage forms. And regarding onset of action, solid dosage forms have slow onset and it depends on disintegration and dissolution of the solids. Liquid dosage forms. Advantages. Some drugs in dry form cause pain and irritation in stomach, for example aspirin. So in such cases liquids are best. Second, psychological satisfaction to the patient that something in the bottle gives them quick relief. Third, quick onset of action. Onset of action is quick as compared to tablet and capsule. Fourth, certain medical substances can only be given in liquid form, for example liquid paraffin and castor oil. Fifth, they produce maximum surface area. Certain drugs are to be given in suspended form to produce maximum surface area, for example kaolin. Disadvantages of liquid. First disadvantage is dose has to be measured. Dose has to be measured by spoon or the cap which is provided with that bottle. Second disadvantage is stability and preservation problem. Most of the liquids are containing water as a vehicle and water is a very good media for growth of microorganisms. So here comes the problem of the preservation. Third disadvantage is storage and transportation problem as liquids are heavy in weight. Injectables. These are administered by the route other than gastrointestinal tract. Advantages of injectables. Quick onset of action. As injections are directly circulated into bloodstream, their action starts immediately. Accurate dose. Drug can be given to unconscious patient who are unable to take the drug orally. And the fourth advantage is useful for drugs which are not effective orally. When drugs are not effective orally, they can be given by this route. This happens in case of the patients suffering from dysentery and diarrhea. Disadvantages of injectables. Injectables cause pain at the site of injection. They need trained person like a physician. Injections are more expensive and the administration of injection through wrong route may be dangerous. In this topic, we are going to see some information about the various solid dosage forms. Dusting powder. They are meant for external application to the skin and are applied in a very fine state of subdivision. Dusting powders are of two types, medical and the surgical dusting powder. Medical dusting powder is used for superficial skin conditions and surgical dusting powder is used for body cavities and the major wounds. Insufflators. These are medicated dusting powders which are introduced through a powder blower, commonly known as insufflator, into body cavities such as ear, nose, throat and vagina for treatment of the infection. Dentifrice. These are used for cleaning the surface of teeth. They contain suitable detergent, abrasive substance and a suitable flavor. Effervescent granules. These are specially prepared solid dosage form meant for internal use. They contain medicament mixed with citric acid, tartaric acid and sodium bicarbonate with saccharin or sucrose as a sweetening agent. Before administration, the desired quantity is dissolved in water and the acid and bicarbonate reacts together producing effervescence. The carbonated drink masks the bitter and saline taste of the drug. Tablet. Tablets are solid dosage forms containing medicament which are prepared by compression. Capsule. Capsules are solid unit dosage form in which one or more medicament are enclosed within a water soluble shell made of gelatin. And pills. Pills are small rounded solid dosage form containing medicament and are intended to be administered orally. Liquid dosage form, which are of two types, monophasic and biphasic. Monophasic liquid dosage forms: eye, ear and nasal drops. These are instilled into the eye, ear and nose. Tinctures. Tinctures are alcoholic or aqueous alcoholic liquid preparations containing active constituent of the vegetable drugs. For example, tincture of orange. Inhalations. Inhalations are the substances which are generally volatile and are used to relieve congestion and inflammation of the respiratory tract. Spray. Sprays are aqueous, alcoholic or glycerin containing solutions of drugs intended to be applied to the mucosa of nose or throat with an atomizer or nebulizer. Elixir. Elixirs are sweetened, clear and colored aromatic hydroalcoholic liquids of potent or nauseous drugs. Syrup. Syrups are generally sweet in nature or they are concentrated solutions of sucrose in water where the concentration of sucrose is 66% weight by weight. Syrups containing medicament are called as medicated syrups, and those containing flavored substances are called as flavored syrups. Next is linctus. Linctuses are viscous, liquid and oral preparations that are generally prescribed for the relief of cough. They have demulcent, sedative or expectorant action. Drops. Drops are generally used for small children as well as the elder patients. They contain potent medicament and they are used for oral administration. Next is liniment. Liniments are alcoholic or oily clear solutions intended for application to the skin with friction and rubbing. Liniments containing medicament possess analgesic, rubefacient, soothing and counter-irritant properties. They are never applied on the broken skin. Example is camphor liniment. Lotion. Lotions are liquid preparations, may be aqueous or oily, suspensions or emulsions for external application to the skin with friction. They are applied to the skin with the help of cotton wool or gauze. Lotion is used for local action as cooling, soothing or protective. Example is calamine lotion. Gargles. Gargles are aqueous solutions used to prevent or treat throat infection. Mouthwash. They are aqueous solutions with a pleasant taste and odor used to make clean and deodorize the buccal cavity. From the biphasic liquids, there are two examples, emulsion and a suspension. Emulsion is a biphasic liquid containing two immiscible liquids, one of which is dispersed as minute globules into the other. And suspensions are biphasic liquid dosage form of medicament in which finely divided solid particles are dispersed in a liquid medium. Semi-solid dosage forms. There are four examples: ointment, cream, paste and jelly. Ointment. Semi-solid preparations meant for external application to the skin or mucous membrane containing medicament dissolved or suspended in the fatty base. They are protective or emollient for the skin. Cream. Highly viscous emulsions containing medicinal agents intended for external use. Paste. Semi-solid preparations which are containing high proportion of solid medicaments intended for external application to the skin. And jelly. Jellies are transparent or translucent, non-greasy, semi-solid preparations mainly used for external application to the skin. Next topic from the chapter is novel drug delivery system or new drug delivery system. This term refers to the dosage forms different from the conventional systems. The conventional dosage forms such as tablet, capsule, injectables are even today widely used all over the world. The disadvantages of them is that the concentration of the drug administered cannot be maintained within the therapeutically effective range for a long time, and it is necessary to take conventional dosage forms several times a day. This results in fluctuation in drug level in the body. Research work has been done to develop a new technique for drug delivery that are capable of controlling the rate of drug delivery. The advantages of the novel drug delivery system are they give controlled rate of delivery from the administered therapeutic dose. They maintain the optimum therapeutic drug concentration during prolonged duration of the treatment. There is maximum efficacy dose relationship. There are minimum chances of side effects and frequency of dose intake is minimized. Some of the modern dosage forms are implant, films and strips, liposome drug carriers, controlled drug delivery system, erythrocytes, nanoparticles and prodrug. See about the implant. Implants are placed under the skin by a minor surgery in order to release the drug over prolonged period of time. The magnetically controlled implants are available in capsule form. They can be opened by placing a magnet on the skin. Implants are used in hormone therapy. Films and strips. These are meant for topical application for slow release of drug over predetermined period of time. The popular films and strips are zero order release films, buccal strips and spray bandages. Liposome drug carriers. Liposomes are phospholipids which can transport both hydrophilic and hydrophobic drugs. The small drug molecules get trapped in liposome, whereas large drug molecules can also make hydrophobic or electrostatic bonding with it. They are used in cancer therapy as well as as a immunological product. Nanoparticles. It is based on colloidal drug delivery system. The particle size is in nanometer range, that is 200 to 500 millimeter. The system consists of a drug and a carrier to deposit the drug at the target site. The carriers used are naturally occurring macromolecules like human serum albumin, bovine serum albumin and other substances such as gelatin, casein and ethyl cellulose. Nanoparticles are used to incorporate cytotoxic agents into tumor cells in cancer therapy. They are also used to study morphology, blood flow and functions of various organs of the body. Erythrocytes. Resealed erythrocytes are prepared by putting them into hypotonic medium so that they can be swollen. The aqueous solution of the drug is added to the medium so that the drug gets into the erythrocyte through the open pores. When the isotonicity is adjusted, the erythrocytes shrink, thus encapsulating the drug within them. These erythrocytes may be suspended in normal saline solution for preparing injection. Prodrugs. The compounds which undergo biotransformation before showing desired pharmacological activity are called prodrugs. They are generally esters or amides of the parent drug. They are useful in improving the solubility, stability, bioavailability, making the unpleasant taste or odor of the parent drug and reducing the drug toxicity. For example, chloramphenicol palmitate, which is the prodrug of chloramphenicol, is used in preparation of pediatric suspension because it has no bitter taste.